I'm not going to be happy with that until we reach the 60 days. I would love to have 30, but 30's very hard.
That was the former Arkansas director of the Arkansas State Crime Lab talking to me about the backlog of untested sexual assault kits nearly 2 years ago to the day. For years, the Crime Lab has told us clearing this backlog was their top priority. And now, as this THV11 investigation unveiled, we are starting to see positive results. Forensic scientists are busy at work at the Arkansas State Crime Lab processing sexual assault kits.
Inside a kit contains different swabs that are utilized by the healthcare facility to collect evidence in the case of a sexual assault.
Jennifer Beatty West is the Deputy Director of Scientific Operations at the Crime Lab. She tells us processing each kit takes time, focus, and precision. The problem, though, too much time is passing and victims remain without answers. For years, the Crime Lab has reported a backlog of these kits.
We continue to hear you, we continue to value you, and we continue our commitment to providing excellent forensic sciences services in a timely manner.
But for the Crime Lab, that's been historically difficult to do. Back in 2016, the Arkansas Crime Lab says there were 2,217 untested kits in our state. Flash forward to 2019, progress, but still 461 untested kits remained. In 2023, more progress with 241 untested kits and 247 tests pending. Still not completely cleared.
There are people attached to each kit waiting on an answer, waiting for justice for either themselves or for their loved one, for their child.
Over the years, the state, in partnership with the Crime Lab, has worked to drive down these numbers, even implementing a tracking system to increase transparency for victims as they wait for answers.
If a survivor does have a question about where their kit is in the process, if they have their barcode number from their kit, they can go in and check it on our website.
The Crime Lab's 2024 numbers are the lowest they've had in years, at 89 unassigned kits and 60 in progress.
With the governor's support, we've been able to hire 5 additional DNA analysts. That has improved our turnaround time.
This isn't the only time the state has stepped in to assist the Crime Lab. They passed legislation in 2019 to specifically address some of these issues, Act 839. It mandates that once a kit is collected from a victim and given to law enforcement, they're required to submit it for processing within 15 days of receiving it. From there, the Crime Lab has 60 days to complete lab testing. For years, the Crime Lab has been missing this state mandate by a long shot.
In 2022, our turnaround time for reported sexual assault kit tests was approximately 8 months. This year, and specifically within the last 4 months of this year, our team is really proud to report that our turnaround time for reported sexual assault kit testing is less than 2 months.
More progress to report, but the Crime Lab says the work isn't finished. They tell us by 2025, they hope to have the backlog cleared, and they're working to decrease the turnaround time even further.
Our survivors are getting answers in a more timely manner, but at the same time, 2 months is still not acceptable for anybody waiting to hear what may have happened to them, what happened to a loved one, what happened, to a family member. And so whatever we can do to, one, keep an eye on this backlog and make sure we're not going backwards, that we continue to move forward, and that we can continue to deliver the best quality results in the most timely manner to our Arkansans is going to be the biggest thing that we can do and the biggest priority for us here at the Crime Lab.
Now, the Crime Lab says they look at their numbers monthly to stay on top of the backlog, and right now they receive about 65 sexual assault test kits per month on top of cases they already have. But they are working to build a new crime lab that will hopefully provide more space and resources to help manage the backlog.